Hey guys, welcome back to RHR Jen. I'm so glad you're here. Honk honk, everyone. Happy Friday. I'm a happy goose. I got a cool thing to show you. I'm excited about that. We got lots to talk about. Meghan is still up to some crazy stuff, and I'm recording this on Thursday. So, Friday, when this goes up, happy Friday, it will be Princess Charlotte's birthday. Happy birthday, Princess Charlotte. So, she's going to be up to something to my Meghan, trying to steal attention. So, maybe we could take bets on what that might be. In fact, if you want to comment below what you think that might be, that'd be great with me. What else? I'm going to talk about Catherine's hair and the visit to Scotland. So much to get into. I'm just so glad you're here. I'm going to explain why my name is Jen Bond. I'm excited about that too. Guys, if you're new here, again, I'm Jen. The reason I honk is because one of Meghan's mediocre mafia told me I sound like a drunk goose. I think it's hilarious. I've been honking ever since. It still makes me laugh. But here's what you can do to help me out. I'm pushing so hard to get to the 200,000 mark, and I'm getting closer because of your help. So if you haven't subscribed already, please take a second and hit subscribe. Hit that thumbs up. And if you will, leave me comments, because all this engagement is what YouTube looks at to recommend my videos. So just by hitting the thumbs up, even if you just want to write a honk honk in the comments, I get it. I had somebody recently so lovely tell me, oh, I never know what to say. And, thank you for telling me about the honk honk, because it's just something easy you can write. Listen, if you don't know what to write, put an emoji in there, put a goose, put a honk honk, put anything you want. All of it helps, and I appreciate it very much. Sincerely and humbly, I do. Okay, now let's get into this. I have lots to talk to you guys about. Before I do, can I show you something cool? I'm so excited. Doing the happy dance. Okay, here goes. I got something from the store. We have friends. You may have just seen them on the screen. Can I introduce you to my new friends? Yes, they will be joining us. I gotta name this place. Andy Cohen calls his the clubhouse. This isn't a clubhouse. The goose house, maybe something like that. I don't know. We'll give it some thought. Anyway, look. We got two new geese. Aren't they cute? Honk honk. Aren't they adorable? They are succulents in their hair. Now, I showed this to Gigi, my mom, and she said, look, it's got Harry's hair. I was like, well, it has more hair than Harry. I got one. I mean, I just thought they were so cute. I thought one for the Gosling, one for HP. If you're new here, that's Gosling's my kid. HP is my friend's kid. Spicy, friend of the channel. Moderator of the channel. I don't know. I said my BFF. But anyway, so I got these, but I've named them. I would like you to meet Boris and Natasha. Hello. Aren't they cute though? They're so sweet. So they're gonna sit somewhere behind me. And I just wanted to introduce you to our new friends, Boris and Natasha. Okay, anyway, guys, I'm excited to get into this with you all. Starting out, I'm going to just take a look at the best of Twitter, but I wanted to kind of explain what was going on because people are going nuts over this. So in case you don't know, and I know you do, I've talked about it. I'm covering it on Patreon. I'm going through this darn thing. But Meghan appeared on Jamie Kern Lima's podcast. Now, she had Jamie on hers as well. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the one she did with Jamie Kern Lima, because it is catching all kind of, flack, and rightly so, because if you can believe it, Meghan made more of a, fill in the blank of herself than she even normally does. It's kind of, the cringe heard around the world. So something that people are strongly reacting to, and I have talked about this, but I just want to remind you all, is exactly this. So they're bragging about her dropping off a basket because I think it was Jamie's in-laws were coming or something like that. So they shared this photo. I thought they'd think everybody would go, ooh. I don't even know if Meghan cares about that. She just wants to remind everyone she's royal adjacent, no longer royal. She wants to trick the simpletons into thinking she's still royal. It's not working. So I'm going to zoom in and show you. I know you've seen it, but in case you haven't, here you go. Here's the card that was added to that. And it says, well, here, I can make it bigger. I'm surprised she didn't write in her loopy swoopy BS handwriting truthfully, but it says, with compliments of HRH, the Duchess of Sussex. Can you imagine? So again, I've had to sit through this dreadful podcast. Let me get it back up on stage here. I've had to sit through this dreadful podcast, and it truly, oh, that's not it. It truly is just awful. Just nonsense and platitudes and like baby voice talking to vocal fry. I know I'm one to talk, but still, it's just awful. And just the lies coming out and the spinning of everything and rewriting history. I don't look at news about myself, not even the good stuff. Yeah, that's something she's claiming. What? What are we talking about? Anyway, so much. But with all this coming out, this is what people are talking about. So I just want to refresh your memory and get into this best of Twitter because it is complete nonsense. Oh, but I'm sorry, it was this that just did my head in. I sound very British, but it does. The HRH Duchess of Sussex. So can you imagine again, even if you have a title, whatever, you go over to a friend's, they spent the whole podcast talking about what best friends they are, and they have rocking chair. I almost said rocking chair talks, but I'm thinking red table talks. They're rocking chair friends. Like they made up this thing and think they're very clever to do this. So rocking chair friends here that have to use titles with each other. So William and Catherine just left the Isle of Mull, which I am going to go into that because we got beautiful pictures. But even when leaving there, they left the most gracious, kind note about enjoying their time and all this. They just signed it W&C. That's W and C, not WNC. Anyway, no pretension. They don't need to use titles because everybody knows who they are. I just the difference. They're on an actual, royal outing, royal event, if you will, and they're going by W and C. So again, the difference is glaring. But not this one. She needs to convince us all she's best friends with this, hundreds of millionaire. And then to show it, she shows that like the least warm note ever. Didn't she just spend all this time trying to convince us how she likes to make people feel on that With Love Meghan? I'll tell you how you make people feel off, like you're off-putting. You have no warmth to you, no depth. There's just no there, if you will. And then it's evidenced by things like this card. She's talking about how to make your guests feel warm and special by sending them to their room with a bag of pretzels. But then she's trying to make her friend feel warm by dropping off a gift. Fine, fair enough. But do we need the card? Wouldn't you just maybe sign your actual name or just not sign it? Whatever. Just text your friend later and be like, hey, I left you something. So that way the focus doesn't become you. It stays on your friend. Again, it's very Meghan of Meghan. Now let's take a look at what people are saying on Twitter because people have lots to say on Twitter, starting here with Chrono Royals. I'm going to talk about Chrono Royals. I'm so excited. But Chrono Royals posted this, always complain, always explain. That's their name on Twitter as well. But you can find them at Chrono Royals, CHRONO Royals. I'm waiting for the royal divorce, Meghan Markle exposed. Okay, so again, in regard to that basket, what they're showing here, well, there's that. I'm not supposed to use HRH, but I do anyway, because being royal is life. There you go. We got so many crazy facial expressions off Meghan in this one. But a reminder, as announced, they will not use their HRH title as they are no longer working members of the royal family. So that came out in 2020. That was the official post that they will not be using those. Well, Meghan's desperate. Okay. Again, I want to shout out, I call him friend of the channel, but maybe I should call him enemy of the channel. Just kidding. Friend of the channel, John Witherspoon, who has been so helpful a lot behind the scenes. I hate to compliment that guy, but I have to. He's been very helpful behind the scenes. I appreciate you very much, John. But he and I were talking about how I was looking at this and thinking about how ridiculous this is. And he was talking about she, in his opinion, appears to be getting more, I think the word he used was desperate. And I couldn't agree more. I think so too. It seems to be just seeping. The desperation is seeping out of her by doing something like this, especially, it's never good, but especially with a friend, you need to, she's going to share this. You need to use your title for that. And HRH isn't even right. I'm saying even just to sign it Duchess of Sussex, I find completely ridiculous because this is your friend. So you say, why so formal? Why do you need to do that? Why wouldn't you just sign it Meg or whatever, whatever she's going by, Sussex, whatever she's going by this week. She changes it all the time. Just Meghan. Why that? And then to add in the HRH. And again, I got to give John the credit here. The thing he pointed out is Look at how impersonal this card is. I just figured she did it for this reason to have it the photograph made, but he pointed out, no, she has so many of these cards printed. And I'm like, oh my God, that's brilliant. Because it's the most nondescript, again, hotel greeting. I've had hotel cards that are warmer than this. Thank you for staying at Hilton Garden Inn, things like that are handwritten. This is just says with compliments of HRH, the Duchess of Sussex. So she has a million of these things. She's just sticking it in things and sending it off, hoping people will be impressed. I don't know. Oh my goodness gracious. But there's that. And then I want to go back to Chrono Royals, which is right here. Okay, so Chrono Royals shared this again, saying that they will not use the HRH. Oops, wrong one. I'm sorry. That's too far. Okay. And then I'm not supposed to use HRH, but I do in real life because being royal is life. Okay. So again, while we're talking Chrono Royals, can I just show you something really quick? I promise we're not going to take time on this, but I just want to shout them out. Here they are at Chrono Royals. I do not get paid to shout them out. I just love them and believe in them so much. And I want to show you guys, if you don't know, one of my all-time favorite things in the world. I love James Bond. I love James Bond movies. My favorite is Casino Royale. My favorite Bond is Daniel Craig. You can guess where I'm going with this. They made me a Bond girl. I am blown away. I am blown away by this. Do you see what they named it? I'll show you. I'll zoom in. I'm a Bond girl. You think I'm not blowing up this poster and putting it on my office wall? You're wrong. I'm blowing up this poster. This gave me chills when I saw it. I went, oh my gosh, look at me. Look at Daniel Craig. Hello. I need that dress. Spicy. Let's go shopping. But look, wild goose. Look at my leg. Hello. Look at my shoes. Wild goose chase. I love it. I love everything about it. I think this is fantastic. Oh my gosh. I'm dying again. Look at this. Look at me. Do I need this dress? Please comment below. I think I need this dress. Oh my gosh. Look at that. I look mad, but I don't even care. I actually look like my mom there. That's funny. Mom has hair similar to that. Her style's more like that. But I love it. I love this dress. I love Daniel Craig. I'm in front of Buckingham Palace. Like, do you see the details that they put me in these? Oh gosh, Chrono Royals, you're amazing. I won't spend forever on these. I'm just dying over these pictures. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Look at me. Look at Daniel Craig. Look at my chest. Oh, I love these photos so much. Seriously, this has made my whole day. Again, my most sincere thank you to Chrono Royals. This means the world to me. I don't know which one's my favorite. That poster is amazing. There's something about this dress. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm obsessed. Anyway, okay. I digress. Let's go back to Harry and Meghan. But thank you, Chrono Royals. That's so cool. Okay. Let's go back to the Twitter of it all. Where'd you go, Twitter? Let's see. Here it is. Okay. That picture. All right, let's go on to royal thoughts. It said, I just got loud. Meghan Markle seems to find it impossible to stop for even a moment talking about and focusing obsessively on herself. Many regard it as deeply disturbed and disturbing. Yeah, I've had to listen to this podcast. I know she makes everything about herself. I have my notes here. I've been screaming into the microphone about this. This is a crazy episode. There's so many ohs throughout. It's so weird. I've never really Jamie Kern Lima, Jamie, I'll just call her that, says, I've never seen anyone go through what you've gone through on a daily basis. So this is Meghan's thing. She seems to befriend people with tons of money, shocker. And somebody that will say things like that will play into her victim narrative. So here we are again. We're seeing it again with this. I'm honestly like kind of sick of it. So continuing on with this nonsense, we got these pictures here. She is so into herself. She is so into herself, pretending to not look at the reviews, good and bad. She says some people get it in terms of it's hard to understand that things can be printed that aren't true. That's an actual thing that she said. It's hard to understand that things that aren't true can be printed. And I say to you, What would you say you did on the Oprah interview? That was full of untruths and flat out lies and things that have been proven to not be the case. Fully aware of this because you are taking advantage of exactly this by saying these things on your Oprahs and whoever doesn't feel like fact checking. They print these things and some people believe them. So she knows this. She's banking on this. So again, playing victim while actually doing exactly this. Now, I would like to point out this Jamie Kern Lima lady put out. Okay, let me see if I can show you. Hold on. It's in the background of this thing. Okay, see behind Meghan to the left, Jamie Lima, okay, has this workbook called Worthy. Now, I've never had my hands on the workbook, but I've read reviews of it and I've been looking at it. It's 95 pages. And from what I could tell, it seems to be 95 pages of, like, again, platitudes and affirmations. So she's charging people to try to get them to feel worthy of something. But the thing I'd like to point out is even in okay, all right, when you go to her actual website, there's links to buy this book. Understandable, it's her book. But the author's photo that accompanies this, sorry, I have to write myself a note I don't have it with me, so I'm going to drop it in right here. Let's see. Jamie photo. Okay, so the author's photo that goes along with it, I'm going to show you here, is photoshopped within an inch of its life. She doesn't even look like a human anymore. I'm not even trying to be horrible. She looks like part Chihuahua. I don't know what's going on. I really can't figure it out. It's just so photoshopped. You can see what she looks like clearly here. But then in this photo, it's photoshopped with an inch of its life. So I think it's crazy that she's selling products called Worthy and had a whole, I think she's since sold it, but had a whole makeup brand. Great. I don't begrudge anybody that, but you can't sell somebody on being worthy when you yourself are selling products and selling yourself differently than you actually are. Does that make any sense? It's just, I think birds of a feather in this case. They seem to be very much alike. Now, somebody else reminded me, I've watched some Big Brother. She was on, I believe it was season 1 of Big Brother. I know I watched it. I just don't remember her on it. But somebody was telling me that supposedly, I don't remember, but somebody was saying that she had the chance to either speak to her mother or speak to a talent, maybe see her mother or see a talent agent for a little bit of time while on that was like a challenge or something. I bet you can take a wild guess which one she picked. Again, friend of Meghan's, right? So there's that. Now let's keep going with the Twitter of it all. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, this one just really cracked me up. This was posted by that one, and it says the clowns of Montecito. I think that's perfection right there. These two. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, I don't want you to go listen because I don't want to give her the views, but I just can't say enough about how victim-y both of them made Meghan in this podcast while Meghan was talking about, it's so hard. I'm doing so much right now. And it's like the more everything she does, it's like everything. The more she tries to convince us how hard she's working, the more I say, no, she's not. The more she's saying things like, Harry at 8, sorry, she would never call him Harry. My husband and I are in our honeymoon phase. No, you're not. We have eyeballs and brains. You're gaslighting us. We can see how you guys interact with each other. That's not a honeymoon stage. Let's see here. I'm trying to see if there are any more of my notes that are applicable here. She talks about what gets clicks and what sells papers. Again, she's putting herself as a victim in this, saying they make up stories about me to do this. What would you say you did about the royal family? You made up stories to try to sell and your podcast, but your Oprah interview and stuff. Explain that we got married 3 days later if you're not doing that. You can't, because it didn't happen. The Archbishop himself came out and said, no, you didn't. So I'm just saying, again, her words and actions never match each other. She's always a victim. So this applies to both of them. No fact checking needed, right? So according to Taz, friend of the show, love according to Taz, posted this: Harry to miss Archie's 6th birthday as he heads back to Las Vegas. He seems to miss his son's birthday every single year. That is weird, right? That is an ongoing thing. It's usually a polo match, but it sounds like this year he's going back to Vegas. Perhaps, allegedly, maybe Archie wasn't actually born on the day that they said, huh, wouldn't that be interesting? Hence the ridiculous games they played around his birth. Yeah, in my opinion, that seems to be the case too. Weird, right? Weird. Everything they do is full of blank. The Royal Rogue said at this point, forcing myself, there's Worthy right to her left of Meghan. Forcing myself to watch the rest of this interview would be considered. You can read those words, but yeah, agree. I've been working through it on Patreon. It's like, oh my gosh, this is just, it's making me dumber listening to this. I don't have many brain cells to spare, and it's making me dumber. Fan of the Prince and Princess of, and then it cuts off. It's, I think it's Tribes Britannia is their ad name, but it says Meghan Markle has always been obsessed with being better than everyone else. The only people she, quote, lets in are people who are richer and more powerful than her, people she can use and abuse and dump when she gets what she wants. It is very niche, the people that she will surround herself with, and this seems to be the case. People richer that have connections that can get her places. She can be a plus one to, but also they have to be pretty dumb, right? I'm sorry. I'm just calling it how I see it. They have to be pretty dumb, because how do they not know? They've done little to no homework, it seems, on Meghan. They allow themselves to be manipulated, in my opinion, by Meghan. They play into her victim mentality, and they have to be extremely rich and powerful. That is a very small number of people that those would apply to. Meghan is seeking them out for sure. I can't imagine there's many left, but luckily she found this dum-dum to talk to. Brutus posted this. Jamie Kern Lima's podcast really exposed shading. Meghan is obviously wearing makeup. So that was the other thing they said 100 times during this stupid podcast is, we're not wearing makeup. There's no makeup here. No makeup, no makeup, no makeup. Okay, sure. Okay. Megs is obviously wearing makeup. Her forearm is 50 shades lighter than her lying face. No makeup. That's what I think too. I think she didn't have like eyeliner or something. So she looked a little bit different, but she looked a little tired, but I think she's wearing makeup as well. Duchess Moaning Sparkle says, no one works more than me. And wait for it, drum roll, I do it all in addition to being a mom. I'm the only working mom in the world. My life is so hard. Yep, that's basically what she was saying. Everything's more difficult for her, and she's a working mom. What would you say I was? What would you say most of us are? The same thing. Okay, great. That's really hard for Meghan. I don't have millions of dollars in my bank account, and I don't have full-time. I don't have childcare and stuff. You just kind of make it work. But nope, Meghan rather sit around and complain about it. The Book Girl 25 says it's not her terrible acting skills. Okay, so this was something that came up too. Again, victim. I made up a song and it's applied to every video lately. So let me sing it again. Victim, victim, victim. Meghan's playing victim. So again, she's playing victim. She's saying she went out for the role, but she couldn't get the role in the, I think she said something along the lines of she couldn't get the role for the white actress. She couldn't get the role for the black actress. So she had to get double rejected. This is how I feel. It's not her terrible acting skills. We're being sarcastic. It is. It's not her short range of acting. It is that. It's not that at all. It's because of her race, as ever. That's the only card she ever plays. Meghan Markle is a con artist. Okay, so we have Princess Carparkle, friend of the channel, who says, here's my edit of the Meghan Markle podcast interview with Jamie Kern Lima. It's really all you need to know. Meghan's the problem. So I love this so much. I love Princess Carparkle. You're hilarious. She just cut down teeny tiny little clips of this interview or this podcast episode. So I want you to hear it because it'll put in perspective how bad this thing is. Here we go.
Meghan, how are you? And are you okay?
That's so kind. Depends on how you define fun.
Yeah.
Can we just carve out time and sit and relax? So yeah, carving that out.
I saw little girls crying. Yeah. Or like our steps are divinely ordered. I felt it was divinely ordered. Me, it feels divinely ordered. Do you think our lives are divinely ordered?
I think you feel really confident that it was divinely ordered.
You've been working so hard. Like, you've been working so hard.
What has she been doing? Does she work?
You're a hard worker.
Oh, I'm oblivious to a lot of things. Because it's you.
So many of those moans throughout. So bad.
Hey, just sending love and checking in. Have my hands in the granular of time-coded edits. Watch creativity in action. It's like, oh, because that's what I get to do again.
Yeah.
What goes into the thing.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
So energizing. Hi, sweetheart. What's your name?
Yes.
Enjoy them.
Yes.
It's like, I'm Meghan. It's like, I'm Meghan. It's like, I'm Meghan. It's like, I'm Meghan.
Anyway, so you get the idea. Oh my gosh. I swear I've lost IQ points listening to this crap. It's just drivel like that. It's just nothing. It's just her clapping back at people saying how hard she's working. And she's found this really rich, gullible woman to help, I don't know, try to convince everybody that she's working hard. So I've had enough of Harry and Meghan. Can we take a look at our Catherine? That's right. I'm calling her our Catherine because I love her. Look, Catherine, she debuted a new hair color. It's more of a sun-kissed look. She looks gorgeous, right? Perfect for spring and going into summer. She has her beautiful necklaces there. She has a C on there, which I think is so cool. People are saying how long till Meghan shows up with an M? Any day now, I'm sure. She has something dedicated to her children on one of her necklaces. She was wearing several chains. And of course, it was William and Catherine's 14th wedding anniversary. And so they were in Scotland and looking fantastic and so sweet. And I love the outfit. I love everything about it. We got some fantastic photos, which I'm pulling, where we got to see Catherine in her element. I love when she goes for almost like a sporty look like this. I love the pants with the blazer. I think that's just a great look on her. And then we saw her with the babies. I love it when she interacts with children. She's so sweet with them. Kids love her. Somebody, Belle had posted this, which I thought was so cute. Look at her and Prince Louis. You can really see it there. Look at that. I can't believe how grown-up Prince Louis is looking these days. I thought this was brilliant. Queer Lips of Truth too posted this. No podcast needed to prove their love. Exactly. That's exactly it. And we did get to see him a little bit loved up, if you will, on this trip. A little bit handsy, and I think that's really cool. They're really happy. And it's Princess Charlotte's birthday. I love it. She's celebrating her 10th birthday. I think I said 11th birthday. So it says tomorrow, but it's Friday, I believe, that she's celebrating her 10th birthday. Happy birthday, princess. And then finally, I've had this one, Meghan, the Duchess of Pit Stains. Heaven help us. What will Meghan do? Because don't you know, her daughter's a princess too. Got my popcorn ready. Oh my goodness. Us Weekly with this cover. And I love this photo so much. Look at the way they're looking at each other. So sweet. Lovely photo. I love this look on Catherine. And I love that they coordinated the kids' looks and the little like nautical outfits. So sweet, so cute. Anyway, guys, I'm leaving this here. I need to know your thoughts on all of this. Have you kept up with this podcast nonsense? Did you watch it? Don't watch it. Have you been following all the drama from it? I'm genuinely curious if that's something that you've been paying attention to, because there's been so much fallout from this. I find it funny. They're getting less and less, in my opinion, I think, mainstream media coverage. But when she does crazy things like this, it does go nuts. But probably not for the reasons that she wants it to go nuts. So it's been kind of funny to watch. So anyway, let me know your thoughts on all this. Thank you as always for being here. Happy Friday, everyone. I hope you're having the best day. If I can get it together to do a live chat, I will. I don't know. I've got stuff with the Gosling all weekend. So hopefully soon, if not early next week, we will do a live chat. And I look forward to that. Thank you guys for being here. And Boris and Natasha say honk honk. Moose and Squirrel. Anyway, I'm going to name my future dogs that, Moose and Squirrel. I've decided eventually I want to get 2 dogs, a big one and a small one. I want to name Moose and Squirrel. How cute would that be? Okay. I'd like to thank you for being here. Please do make sure you've hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. all the things. Honk at me in the comments. If you don't know what to say, honk at each other, whatever you want to do. I'm about to record very soon. I don't know when I'll post. I'm going to have to really work on this one for the weight loss channel. If you haven't subscribed to that, I'm calling it weight loss channel, but I want it to be like a support thing. If you haven't subscribed to that, check that out. That is at Goose Adventure. That's the handle, singular, because Goose Adventures was taken, but my channel name is Goose Adventures. You'll see it right now. It just says travel stuff, but it's about to become, I've just lost a significant amount of weight. So it's going to be a weight loss journey. So check that out if you're the least bit interested. And thank you as always. I'd love to now shout out my Patreon members. That's right. If you want to further support the show, that's how you can do it, is check out my Patreon, patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. Yes, that's my old channel name, but it's got tons of content, hundreds of videos over there, deep dives, bonus episodes, not Harry and Meghan stuff, whatever you're into, you'll find it over there. Lots of extra content over there. So check that out. And I would like to thank my executive producer, Geese and Ganders, the lovely flock that you see on the screen before you. Thank you so much for your love and support. That means the world to me. All right, guys, that is going to do it for me. I'm dying to know your thoughts on all this. What do you think of Catherine's hair? We can write happy birthday, Princess Charlotte, in the comments if you want. What do you think Meghan will pull? You know, it's got to be something. She's not going to let this one stay quiet. I'm recording this Thursday evening, so nothing yet, but I'm sure it's coming. So that way she can preemptively get some news out there before Friday morning. So that'd be my guess, probably a little bit later because California's a couple hours behind us, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Thank you guys so much for being here. You mean the whole wide world to me, and I cannot wait to bring you more stuff like this. Take care. Bye-bye. Okay, they're gone. What do you want to talk about? Wilson Squirrel. Aren't they cute? Boris and Natasha. So cute. Honk honk. Okay, I've been doing like a secret question at the end of my videos lately. What's our secret question? Oh, okay. So let's see here. I think, let's see, which one's which? This will be Natasha because her hair's a little bit longer. This will be Boris. His goes more straight up. Let's do that. Which one do you like better, Boris or Natasha? They're very cute. All right. Thank you guys for being here. Seriously, it just, you mean the world to me. I can't say enough good stuff. I hope I get to do a live soon. I miss doing those. I haven't been able to do as many as I'd like to lately. I'm hoping to do some more very soon. All right. Take care of yourselves. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye. Hong Kong.